Becoming Animal is a book of poetic essays exposing what might happen to our bodies and our senses as we start to spend more time in nature. Also, this is my pile of books that I was choosing from. David Abram, I think, is one of the most underrated nature writers of our time.
The next book I recommend is Restoring the Kinship Worldview, 28 Precepts for Rebalancing Life on Planet Earth. These are selected speeches from Indigenous leaders around the world. This book clearly lays out cultural transitions we need to make that will inform policy and behavior change. It's a really pragmatic read, yet goes deep on Indigenous worldviews.
Belonging by Toko Pa-Turner. Jungian thinking, depth psychology is huge in ecopsychology because we're looking at endings in a different way. Nature has a lot of death, a lot of recycling, a lot of composting, a lot of decomposition. The psyche and the soul needs the same thing, needs the same processes.
This book really details how endings in one's life are also beginnings.
Honestly, this book kind of saved my life at one point when I was in a lot of pain. I didn't know what I was doing or where I was going, and allowed me to follow my intuition and love and just follow my heart. Sounds a little cheesy, but that Mary Oliver poem, let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. So that's Belonging by Toko Pa-Turner. How the World Thinks by Julian Baggini, A Global History of Philosophy. Well, that is a grandiose title. We love that for him. This is a great book because it really grounds religion and grounds philosophy. You see a lot of philosophy that's wholly disconnected from nature when that's really not the history of those things.
Here I read out some sample chapter titles from the book. And this book contains a deep dive on these subjects. Subjects such as insight, the ineffable, logic, time, karma, emptiness, unity, and liberation, but in the context of the world's philosophy and religions, and often grounding these ideas in nature.
That is how the world thinks.
So I think I saved best for last.
The Smell of Rain on Dust. It talks about grief and how grief is praise and grief is not separated from worship, holy things, love. And if you're on the environmental path, you're wanting to become a helper of any kind, grief is going to come up. It's when we look at something, when there's any healing, the other side of it is the life lost. Kind of, why did we have to do this? How did we do this? How can we do it better? And if there's any touching of free will, if there's any touching of change, then there's a grief in that. And I think it's an essential book.
That's it for my 5 books to get you thinking eco-psychologically. Thanks for watching your video. Thanks for watching this video and your patience with my first YouTube video. Let me know if you've already read some of these books or you decide to go pick one up. Thanks for watching, and this channel is going to be all about eco-psychology if you want to stay tuned.